With me now to discuss, CNN senior legal analyst Ellie Honig. Also with us, retired California Superior Court Judge LaDoris Hazard Cordell. Ellie, is it normal to see a back and forth like this between the Department of Justice and a judge?
I cannot believe, Jake, the way the Justice Department is speaking to this judge. I cannot believe how much of this the judge has taken. If I had taken this approach with any of the federal judges I appeared in front of in the Southern District in New York, I would have been disemboweled, figuratively. First of all, the judge says, I want specifics from you. And this isn't just any lawyers, by the way. This is the Justice Department. Specifics. Who was on the flight? Where was it at this time? Where was it at that time?
Reasonable questions.
Reasonable questions. And by the way, it's not optional. DOJ comes back and says, well, Judge, you don't need all that. We're just telling you that everything's okay. Judge then gives him another chance. It says, I want you by noon, what's now yesterday, I want the details I want. And again, DOJ says, no, Judge, we don't think we need to give you that. You have all that you need to rule. I cannot believe this judge is playing this game out further and even giving them yet again till tomorrow to decide whether they want to comply. When a judge tells you something, if you're a lawyer, again, especially if you're a DOJ, it's not optional, it's not negotiable. I'm stunned the judge has let it get this far.
Judge Cordell, what are the options for this judge if the Justice Department still chooses to not hand over this information by noon tomorrow?
Well, Jake, the only options are contempt, and there's two types of contempt. There's criminal contempt, and then there's civil. And criminal contempt, basically, a person has to be found beyond a reasonable doubt to have violated court order, and then the person goes to jail, and it's up to 10 days for each count. Then there's civil contempt. So the court could decide that this person or this agency is in contempt of the court and basically say to the Homeland Security Secretary, for example, if they're a part of this, okay, you're going to sit in jail, and you're going to sit in jail until you comply with this order. So basically with civil contempt, the person who's found in contempt holds the key to the jail. All they have to do is comply. That means round up all of those people that were on the planes, bring them back, and answer all of the questions the judge has. So that's about it. And it's not a criminal conviction. It's about purging the contempt. A civil contempt can be purged if you just do the right thing and abide by the rule of law. Jake, let me add just one last thing. Every law student, every graduate of law school learns about Marbury versus Madison. This is a Supreme Court case decided in 1803, and the Chief Justice then, John Marshall, said, it is emphatically the province and duty of the Judicial Department to say what the law is. Marbury versus Madison gives the right to the courts to interpret the Constitution and say what the law is. And so every lawyer in the Trump administration, starting with Pam Bondi, in my view, ought to be disbarred. They know this rule. They know exactly what judicial review is and the province of the courts. And it is outrageous that they are waging this war on the judiciary.
I want you to take a listen, Judge Cordell, to former Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer, who was appointed by Bill Clinton. He was asked about Trump's fight with judges. Here's what he said to Wolf Blitzer. Take a listen.
Are we nearing a constitutional crisis right now?
No one really knows. No one really knows. People have different views on that. And the best thing, I think, for the judges is you follow the law.
What do you think, Judge?
Oh, I disagree. We are in a constitutional crisis right now. Absolutely. This is a test of whether or not these judicial orders are going to be followed by this administration. And if they are not, what's the recourse? I mean, I've mentioned contempt, but there are also things that the administration can do. It can direct the marshals, nope, you're not going to arrest anybody to put them in jail for contempt. So bottom line, I think, the only remedy we get to this is just going to be public outrage at this undermining of the judiciary and the war on the judiciary. We are in a constitutional crisis right now.
So, Ellie, last night President Trump was asked about Chief Justice Roberts' statement where he warned the Trump administration and the GOP about their rhetoric against judges. A reminder that Roberts issued this statement just hours after President Trump called for the judge to be impeached. Here's Trump's response.
Well, he didn't mention my name in the statement. I just saw it quickly. He didn't mention my name, but many people have called for his impeachment, the impeachment of this judge. We had a judge, I would call him a rogue judge. You can call him whatever you want. I know nothing about him. That's not for a local judge to be making that determination. And I thought it was terrible.
Seems to be kind of ignoring Chief Justice Roberts' warning.
I don't think anyone, first of all, believes that it's just coincidence. And in the same day there was all this talk of impeachment, Chief Justice Roberts comes out and says impeachment is not what we do here. Chief Justice Roberts is very careful about when he speaks. I think he even understands that to speak at all is in itself inherently fraught. He has spoken 3 times in his 20 years as Chief Justice, twice now relating to Donald Trump and once relating to Chuck Schumer. So I think when the Chief Justice speaks, it's worth listening, it's worth taking it seriously. He's sending us an important message.
All right, Ellie Honig and Judge Cordell, thanks to both of you. Coming up here.